Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie Belaus with Feel Good Qigong, and welcome to my channel. I just came back from a very short trip. I live in Arizona. I went to New Jersey. I had to fly into Boston, had to go to Rhode Island, staying with friends and family. And it was a great trip, and I made it. But I wanted to share with you some things that I learned on my trip and what you can do to help make your traveling a little bit easier. We're coming into a warmer season of the year. You're probably going to be traveling more, whether that be by plane or bus. I took a plane, I took a bus, I took a shuttle, I took a train, I took lifts, Ubers. So I really took lots of different modes of transportation and also traveling. Also traveling can be somewhat stressful as well. Luckily, everything was on time for me, and I was really able to navigate my journey alone. I traveled by myself, and I was a little nervous about it because I typically would travel with my husband. And, I kind of get reliant on somebody else doing stuff for me, perhaps. So I knew that this was going to be a solo trip, and I was really looking forward to experience it to see if I could still do that. I worked for an airline in my 30s, so I was very used to traveling. But as we're older, I think it gets a little bit more difficult. It's traveling's not for the weary, let's put it that way. And I think we do have to be in somewhat of a pretty good shape to do that kind of traveling, especially when you're logistically trying to figure out different modes of traveling. Um, but I was very proud of myself. I came through it. I didn't feel too wiped out from it, except at some point, and that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I just feel like when we're traveling, there's so many people around us. Just physically, flying can dehydrate us, so we really want to be careful of that. But I also felt off. Like I felt like I didn't know where I was because I was sleeping in different people's homes, and I just kind of felt a little disconnected. But this practice of Qigong has really helped me to ground myself. And this was a test to see how much I've been learning about grounding. So, as human beings, our natural habitat is living between, we live on Earth, we stand on Earth, which is a biomagnetic field, and above us is the atmosphere, is sky. And if we go beyond a certain point in our atmosphere, we're not going to find gravity. We're not going to have any gravity. We're going to be like, flying around. So the Earth keeps us grounded. And energetically, it keeps us grounded because it is a biomagnetic field. If you were to look, and you could Google this, look up the Earth, at the middle of the Earth. If you used to split the Earth in half, there's a round ball that is magnetic, and it's surrounded by the different layers of the Earth. A lot of it is soft also, but that middle section is the biomagnetic field. And that's what we tap into. We're electromagnetic as well. And when Earth meets our bodies, it's keeping us stable. It's keeping us earthbound. You probably have heard of that word before, expression before. And they can really help ground us, especially if you're feeling like not grounded at all. Just connecting with that earth energy and also connecting with the energy above you, which is the sky, which is, they call it heaven in Qigong. And that's our habitat. So we live as humans between the earth below us and the sky above us. And that's where we live. That's where we thrive. Now, for instance, a fish habitat is the water. If you would take the fish out of the water, it's going to die. So similar to us, this is our habitat. This is where we live. This is where we thrive. This is where we survive. But we can get off-centered in our physical body. We could feel not connected to the earth or the sky, especially if you're thinking in those terms. And then that's what can make us feel loopy. So I was feeling really off, and I was shopping with my daughter at the mall. And I was helping her, in the dressing room, and she'd asked me to get her something outside the dressing room. And I walked outside the dressing room, and I was completely lost. Like I could not find my way around that section of the store that we had just been in looking at stuff. And it dawned on me, I'm disconnected. I do not feel grounded. I'm not sure where I am because the day before I was somewhere else, and the day before that I was somewhere else. So I didn't feel grounded. So I want to show you a couple of things where you can feel grounded, where you can connect with your GPS system. And of course, you can use this at any time, but especially if you do not feel grounded or settled in. These are energetic movements that you can do anywhere at any time, and they're easy to do. So that's what this video is about. So here we go. Let's put our chair to the side. I'm gonna put my chair to the side. And I'm going to start right off with connecting with that earth heaven environment that I was talking about. So we have an auric field. It's an energy field. We have an energy inside it. We're energy, and there's energy around us. So we have this auric field. It's about 3 feet around us. That's highly activated typically. Now, if you're feeling compressed or depressed, that energy from outside of you might be a little bit more, might be in a little bit more. You might not be extending out any kind of energy if you're feeling that. Now, we're walking through airports where there's tons of people. I didn't feel like I wanted to expand my energy out. I kind of wanted to bring it in and try to maneuver myself through, trying to find a flow, not too much attention on myself. So I know that my energy was more compressed, and maybe that's why I was feeling also kind of out of it and not grounded. So we're going to expand our energy out by first, I call this 5-pointed star. It's very popular also in a yoga practice. But basically what we're going to do is separate our legs, and your arms are going to come out to the side. So imagining you have this 3 feet around you in a circle of this auric field, of this energy field around you. And we're going to have your feet like you're gripping the earth, like you're suction cup the feet, like kind of grip your toes a little bit, gripping the bottoms of your feet into this earth energy below you. So I had mentioned before, there is a biomagnetic field in the earth, and our feet are touching the earth, right? Our feet is the only thing right now that's touching the earth. Now, when you're a child, you're learning how to crawl. You're on all fours. So you're highly sensitive in the feet and in the legs and in the knees. But as adults, we lose that. We're just connecting with the earth with our feet. Now, you can also connect with the earth lying down. You can connect with the earth sitting on the earth. But the feet right now for standing, the point here are the feet that is touching the earth of any other part of your body. So the energy, we want to move the energy down, and then the sides of our body through the fingertips are moving out. So we're moving down with the feet, we're moving out with the fingers, and we're lengthening up, we're lifting up from the crown of the head up into the sky. So we are touching energetically this whole auric field around us. So just take a minute just to kind of imagining energy moving down through your legs, into the feet, into the earth, into that biomagnetic field of the earth. You're expanding energy out through your arms, through your fingertips, out through the side, and you can just like wave your arms a little bit. So the other thing is, energy is around us, and if it feels a little stale or you're out of it, just imagining you're just moving the air, the energy all around you. So you're just kind of moving it around. You can cross it over, shaking it out. This is something actually you can use if you walk into a home or you're a hotel and you feel the energy is really stale, that something just doesn't feel right. Just do this. Like you're waving the energy around. You're just kind of breaking up any stale air. You're clearing the way for your presence, because there's a lot of people who are in hotels. You've got all that energy of other people, and we're just kind of clearing the space a little bit. We're clearing our space of energy as we prepare for our traveling or preparing and walking in a new room that we've never been in before. And then, of course, you're feeling that energy up. So the energy is up through the crown of the head, down through the legs, down through the feet, and out through the sides, starting to connect with this energy around you. Now for here, I want you to inhale and lift your arms up towards the ceiling. Now start to turn to your right. Now, as you're doing that, bring the arms out to the side once again. And with soft eyes, look around, follow, look behind you. Coming back up, look above you. So you're taking in your environment with your eyes now, with your senses, coming over to the other side. Soft gaze, always with the soft gaze, taking in that space that's all around you, just noticing where you are, noticing your environment, and feeling that energy directing down, up and out and all around. So that's just an easy thing that you can do. If you just did that, that would make a huge difference. We're going to come into another, I call it the GPS, finding our GPS. So we're going to start rubbing our hands and just tapping your feet. We're going to start there. So we have our own GPS system. That's what I was talking about. They're called proprioceptors. Proprioceptors are your navigation system, and they help you navigate how you move in space. It gets dull as you get older. When you're young, you don't have to worry about proprioceptors because you're all over the place and you're moving a lot and they're very active. As a child, you're crawling on the floor, you're touching everything. So these are high energy centers of our GPS system, which are our hands, which makes sense. Again, we touch everything. That's how we navigate our senses. The bottoms of your feet, because you're touching the earth, like I had said. The other third high sensitive proprioceptor center are your lips and around the lips. So by just tapping around the lips, tapping the lips itself, rubbing your hands and stomping the feet will help you to activate your GPS, your proprioceptors. So you're highly aware of your environment. You're able to navigate how you move in space. So as children, when you're first born, they flare, right? They don't know themselves. The body as a baby does not know where to put its arms or its legs. So we swaddle them so they don't hurt themselves. As we get older, we kind of are the same. We kind of don't know where our body is in space because we're dull in our proprioceptors. And that's an easy way to fall, and it doesn't feel good. You feel loopy when you're like that. So as we're doing this, we're activating our proprioceptors. Again, this could be a standalone little routine for yourself as you navigate your trip, as you navigate your way in space. Now we're going to add a crossover. Now a crossover helps to take the left side of the brain, and it helps it move and work the left side of the body. The right side of the brain crosses over to the body to the left side. So we have this crossover. And again, if you're very linear and you're not moving in many different directions, that energy gets stale. The brain gets foggy. So we're going to add a crossover to this. So squeeze the left shoulder. You can keep stomping your feet. Cross it over your body to the other side. Squeeze the other side and just cross it over. So this is called crossing over. Now we can also do this with our legs, our hands, and our knees. You're still activating your proprioceptors, the hands and the feet, but we're also adding a crossover, again, to help break up that linear energy. We're crossing the energy over to also help clear us out and also feel grounded. So this is your natural GPS system that you are navigating. And this is something to do every day, really, because we're always navigating ourselves in space, right? No matter where we are, but especially when you're traveling and you're kind of out of your own environment. And then shake that out. So just those few things, stand in 5-pointed star, collecting your energy field around you, down and below and out, activating your GPS system. I'm going to add one more thing. It's about moving that energy around and to calm you down. The same principle of finding your place in space and also feeling comfortable and calm. That's the other thing. You want to be calm. If you start to get nervous about, oh my gosh, I can't find my flight, I can't find my bus, I'm lost. You want to breathe, calm down, recalculate so you can continue on your trip. So we're going to take our right arm behind us, taking your left hand out to the side, and you're pretending you're grabbing the air, the energy around you, and you're just circulating it over to the other side. So that's a crossover. Now take your hand in front of your face, your forehead, as you clear, I call it the forehead screen. Help to calm yourself down, clear out your brain so you can calm yourself down. So I'm smoothing out that forehead screen, grabbing that energy all around you, gather it, and if you're nervous, throw it out to the side. Take that nice energy and just calm down your nervous system, calm down that forehead screen of worry, throwing out any stress, anything negative that you might be feeling around you, smoothing out. Again, gathering, either releasing and then smoothing yourself out, smoothing your brain to calm down. We'll do one more side, throwing it out, negativity, worry, and smooth out your brain, smooth out your mind. We'll do the other side. So we're gathering this energy field and we're moving it around. Again, if you feel like there's stale energy around you, you're just moving that energy around you. So energy wants to move, it has to move. And we're moving it around us. And we're also moving it inside of us as well. Just throwing it out, calm down your brain, calm down the breath, and taking those deep breaths, really breathing nice and deep. So we can inhale here, and then you can exhale as you release and let go. So you inhale calmness, and you let go of any tension, any stress, any worry. Inhaling calmness, and then letting go of anything that's not serving you right now in any situation that you're in, and then release back to center. Bringing the legs back in, connect again with your earth below you, bringing out the arms again, connecting out the sides of your body, connecting with that energy above you. And then we're going to reach up one more time, bring the palms of the hands together, and just gently bring them right to your heart. And I call this is called the lotus bloom. This is one more thing you can add. Open up that balloon with your hands like a flower and invite in an intention of what you would like to invite in. And in this particular situation, since I'm talking about travel, the affirmation could be, today I am able to navigate my place in space. Today I am able to navigate my place in space. Thank you so much. I hope this helps. Give it a try. Try just one of them and see if it makes a difference for you. If you like this video, I try to put something out at least once a week to help your journey a little bit better, be a little bit better. Thank you for joining me, and namaste to all.